Let me just get set up here, go live. What is going on, guys? We have Ted from EverSmart Labs here. Thanks for joining us, guys. How you doing today? Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. You kind of fuzzed out there just a little bit.
All right. So, I guess just to get things started, how did you guys get in crypto?
Okay. I've been in crypto for about 8 years now, thanks to a friend of mine named David Werba, old high school friend of mine. He's been roping me in. I've been in the IT business for over 22 years now, and he's been pulling me in. Hey Nick, I need to secure this. Hey Nick, I need to build a server for this. Hey Nick, I need to figure this out. Hey Nick, set me up a website and stuff like that. So we've been doing stuff off and on for the past 8 years, and I've been kind of following ever since. I mean, I came in right after CryptoKitties, was the rage and stuff. So I've been kind of following it here and there, but now, with the two projects we're in right now, yeah, I'm all in and I'm not looking back.
Nice, nice.
I got actually got involved a little bit way back in the day. I think it was like 2011, 2012. Went ahead and got myself some Bitcoin and flipped that after about a 30% pump. Never really got back in until early this year. I also got reintroduced to crypto and particularly NFTs through David. He got me into the whole wax ecosystem, staking on our planet, showing me around Atomic Hub, and I just fell in love. And then once I found out about the smart city and what they were doing with EverSmart Labs and the NFT creation, I was right there with Nick that this is my mission. This is what I am here to do currently, and I'm all in.
Awesome. So, is there anything specific that made you guys build on Wax?
One of the things that makes us build on is the fact that there are no gas fees there. So it's I mean it's anybody can get their workout, and anybody can go ahead and become the superstar they wanted to be with very little resistance. Whereas on the other networks, you can pay $2 for something and then pay $180 in a gas fee, and it's like, no, thank you. And the other reason why we're on Wax is part of the mission of our sister company, the EverSmart City. It's because Wax is the, if not one of the most carbon neutral blockchains out there today. So if you got to make money and run the world, what good is it? If you make money and you save the world in the process, whooping, that's got to be the way to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
Right.
totally.
Yeah. And on top of that, I mean, the speed and simplicity, firsthand knowing how quickly I picked up on NFTs, it's a no-brainer to get on the Wax ecosystem.
Yeah, honestly, as soon as you get on, you just start to gain momentum, like right away. Like
So
that's
quick.
it didn't take long at all. And I always say, like, it's I totally believe in the ethos of making a system that anybody can join, right? You don't need a lot of qualifications. Anybody can set up and go. But a lot of the problem comes with, like, on Ethereum, where you have, like you said, the gas fees and stuff like that that are prohibitive for people who don't have a lot of startup money. Um, can you guys talk a little bit about how you guys started and what were the first steps that you took?
So, are you talking about it? Are you talking about as a company or as an individual?
Oh, I mean, yeah, like as building on Wax.
Right, but I'm saying from a company perspective or from an individual, because we started as individuals first, and then we, became the company. So, which perspective would you like?
Company, please.
Okay, so for the company, like I said, my partner David and I, we have been doing this stuff on the blockchain for many years, and we've been following a lot of the trends, from Doge to, I mean, not Doge, from EOS to Bitcoin to uh, BitShares and all that stuff to now, you know, Doge, all the meme coins and stuff like that. And what really got us to be building is the fact that it is it is just the best place to go ahead and showcase a brand new brand without getting swallowed up by the peoples and getting swallowed up by all these people that are sitting there and trading three or four, you know, three or four things with two or three or 10 different whales at a time. So, you know, this way we can get more of our vision out to a mass audience here and not have it be, you know, shadowed by, you know, oh my God, this guy just sold booger on a canvas for $4 million. Yeah, great, but it's still a booger on a canvas. Whereas we're going ahead and we're building these NFTs not only to go ahead and do something fantastic with them, we're building them to have utility, we're building them to have purpose, we're building them to go ahead and be able to showcase the best that the world has to offer, and then some.
So, for those unaware, can you just kind of give a background of what EverSmart Labs and EverSmart City is intended to be?
Sure, Ted. Go ahead and talk about, you know, some of the optimization techniques and stuff like that, and then I'll kick in.
Right, yeah, so that's a big part of what we have to offer. Maybe the biggest part is a patented security and optimization technology that we will be bringing. There's 8 different patents on it. We've been working on this for the majority of the year, so we want to make sure that we have everything just right before we go ahead and bring it out. You know, all the legal, the taking care of taxes and trademarks and patents and blah blah blah. So we're getting all our ducks in a row and getting ready to launch these NFTs that are unlike anything I have seen. And they're through some exclusive partnerships that we have with various charities, and there's some with global media and fashion brands, some Hollywood figures. There's is you know, a big part of it is bringing items that cannot normally easily seen by someone. You know, because there's a lot of things out there that are so fragile, or you know, they have these sacred rules and laws that you can't go and check them out. So what we're offering with not only the technology and optimization software, but we also have this cutting edge 3D imagery technology, which I've had the opportunity to see. It's fascinating because they take, I mean, it only takes 8 pictures. You can take 8 pictures from different angles of an item and create this 3D image that you can spin around and look at every little detail. You zoom in, and Nick will get more into the optimization. He's the techier guy. But basically, it's captured in 8K so that when you zoom in, none of the quality is lost. But then when you zoom out, the file gets reduced down at full scale. So we're really, really, you know, picking up a lot there with being able to offer NFTs that are, Nick, I'll let you get into the numbers, but I believe, you know, 100 megabit, right? Down
Yeah.
to,
Yeah, so let's talk about the optimization technique first. Through a couple of partnerships and through a whole bunch of, you know, blood, sweat, and tears, we have come up with a process that can take. So you guys know a standard video file or just a high resolution 4K picture file. That's going to be a pretty big file. It's going to be anywhere between 100 and 150 megabytes. Try and put that on an NFT, and you'll sit there and you'll be like, okay, load, 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 load. Through the encoder that we've got, it goes ahead. It takes that file, keeps all the resolution because it's in the 8K. Keeps all the resolution, keeps everything down, but it shrinks it down to between 5 and 10K I'm sorry, 10 megs at the most. Um, and no loss of quality, no pixel drops, no nothing. And if you really wanted to, you can take that picture and you can zoom in. So let's go ahead and say we had a picture of your puppy over there behind your shoulder there, Cody. And we wanted to see exactly what is on his collar. We could go ahead and zoom in and see exactly what's on the collar and see something like that again with the file size ever. So that's one of the things that we're bringing to this table. The other thing is a really neat little thing that's going to be pretty prevalent coming up to pretty much any type of NFT. It's our unique security layer. So you know how on like on a lot of bills you've got the watermark, dollar bills, currency, fiat currency, you got watermarks, you've got serial numbers, you've got all this. We're going to bring that idea into the NFT. So with each NFT, there's going to be a standard invisible watermark that's there. But to help deter thievery and stuff like that, instead of it just being in the lower left-hand corner of the NFT, it's going to bounce around the entire NFT. So you can't sit there and reproduce this NFT with this watermark and have it be genuine. There's just absolutely no way. So it's going to have, enough features on it. So let's go ahead and say, Cody, we do get a picture of your cute little pupper back there, and somebody steals it because, hey, who wouldn't want a picture of that cute dog that you got? And you come to us and say, hey, somebody's doing that and they're making a Bored Ape type of thing with it. You can give us the URL of where this thing is. You could give us a screenshot. You could even give us a printout, and we can take it utilizing our technology. Now, mind you, we won't actively search this out. You'd have to come to us and say, hey, somebody's ganked my stuff, and we can find, yeah, okay, this person did take it, and we can go ahead and kind of do some fun little things and track where that thing was or where that thing resides to within maybe about 1,000 miles. So we can zoom in on that, and that security layer is going to be really freaking cool. Let me tell you that. So those are the two big things that we're bringing. And as Ted alluded to before, a lot of the stuff that we have is going to be stuff that's going to be so precious, so fragile. I mean, one of the first ones that we're going to put out besides our EverSmart City NFT has to deal with a time capsule. This time capsule just got opened after, say, between 90 and 100 years. All the content in there are by some of the most recognizable historical figures out there. I mean, there's some that are within the organization back at that time, but a lot of this stuff, if you were to go ahead and try and put this on display in a museum and travel it around, it would be lost forever. So due to some of the fun partnerships that we do have in place, we were able to get exclusive video rights, exclusive audio rights, and exclusive picture rights to these things. Otherwise, they would just be sitting in a box somewhere in a small little museum to a place where maybe 2 people, 10 people, 20 people would be able to see it at a time. Now we're going to bring this to the masses. And that kind of stuff is what we are going to be doing on a somewhat regular basis. We are going to bring you stuff that is going to sit there and make your jaw just go. And with the optimization techniques and the security, stuff, yeah.
My jaws already dropped. You guys seem like you guys know exactly where you're going with this metaverse thing. 100%. I'm still thinking about everything.
It's a little bit to take in, but once you sit there and you realize, oh my God, this is something that should have been happening a long time ago, it'll start making sense.
Now, are these tools going to be something that you can foresee, like somewhere down the line, maybe they get open to source, or is it just something that wouldn't make sense to do it that way?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. The thing is, right now, because it's still in its infancy, it's just available to us. But eventually, yes, we would like to go ahead and see it not exactly open source, but maybe software as a service type of thing. Because if you go ahead and you do it open source, the security layer is moot. you know, because somebody's going to have it and somebody's going to be able to crack it, and yeah, it just, I mean, every time that anybody's tried something with the universal security thing and have it be open source, winds up getting cracked at some point in time. It's happened already with SSL version 1, SSL version 2. A lot of the, you know, like Let's Encrypt type stuff, they've already had to change their things, I think, 2 or 3 times because somebody was able to find it, crack it, and let it go. So yeah, we're gonna keep a lot of the stuff close to the chest, but yeah, some of the things we'll go ahead and make, you know, possibly open source, but yeah, but a good chunk of it will definitely be with, you know, always within us.
On your website, it said you guys coined the term sustainable gamification. Can you just kind of explain what you mean by that?
And you want to take this one, or you want me to, or you want me to go ahead and?
Yeah, I can jump into it a little bit. What a great term that David came up with there. Well, you and him worked on that. But anyway, the sustainable, we're bringing different elements into staking and utilization. So our staking platform is going to be like nothing that's been done before. You know, there's going to be certain aspects brought in between mint numbers or, you know, rarities that will add another dynamic to the staking, as well as, so I wanted to touch on a little bit of the smart city. Obviously, we've got that going on, and we'll be breaking ground next year. And so we have this NFT, our first NFT, coming out within a month. But knowing the team that we have and how incredible they are, I think it'll be done sooner than that. But within a month, we'll have our first NFT. And this is going to be a NFT for the smart city, and we'll have attributes tied to the smart city. And then once the smart city breaks ground, we will be creating a metaverse that's in real time linked up with the build of the smart city. So as we're bringing in shipping containers and putting them up, we go in the metaverse and put the shipping containers up. As we bring in community center and put it in, so you get the gist of that. So everyone gets to partake and see in real life, and we're looking for all the input we can, because these smart cities ultimately are about community and collaboration. And that's kind of what first brought me into this project. I had no idea about the NFTs, but hearing about the smart city and what they were trying to do and accomplish, I knew I wanted to be a part of it. I mentioned to Sophia, is one of the other founders, I said, if there's anything I can do to help you out, please let me know. I want to contribute to this in any way possible. And wow, I can't believe this is where I'm at now within the year. And
so let me elaborate just a little bit further on our staking platform and what he meant by the attributes of the NFT will actually, you know, mean something. So you have the first NFT. So let's go ahead and say the first NFT is going to be like a scene of where we are going to put the actual smart city. Within the NFT, we're going to have areas that have stuff that relates to our smart cities. Some of the elements may be like a wind generator or a solar panel or something like that. We're going to have 6 different attributes within that NFT. Now, if you get an NFT that has, you know, a couple, or you get an NFT that has all 6, or you get an NFT that has, you know, a mix or something, that's going to go ahead and not only bring up the actual cost, you know, I'm sorry, the resale cost of that NFT, you know, it's going to actually do something. I'm not going to tell you what, because I can't really go into that part yet, because we're still tweaking it just a little bit, but we've got it really basically down, but it's going to go ahead and also influence a little bit on how staking power is. But it is going to be basically any NFT that we're doing for this sustainable gamification. It's not just going to be a, hey, here's an NFT, it's got a really cool little hook on it. A month or so later, it's dead. You know, we're not going to do anything. We will find utility for almost every single brand that we put out. because that's what we mean by sustainable gamification. If you don't have something that can go ahead and continue on and on and on and on and on, why even make it? That's always been David's biggest um, biggest thing from day one. Says if you got to make something and make it, it'll run its course eventually. I mean, everything always does, but you have to make sure that you allow it to run its life through. If you just go ahead and like cut it off at the knees, your project goes nowhere, and therefore, it's like, well, crap, that was just a cash grab, or crap, that was, just one and done. I would love to see some more stuff done with it. If you take a look at a lot of the projects out there today, all the projects that have stalled or just stopped, 40 to 60% of the people in the community is like, well, I want more, and the developers are like, well, we just don't know how to do it, and they just stop it right there. We understand that, and this is part of why our smart city will be the way that it is. We understand that community is the largest part of any project. It doesn't matter if it's a simple little puppy barking on an NFT or something like that, or if it's a huge game, or if it's something that allows you to enter into a metaverse or an omniverse. Each one of those things has to have a good following. If you can't produce a good following behind it, you don't have a good community. If you don't have a good community, the community is not going to back the other resources that you're going to be putting in. So therefore, community is everything, and that's why sustainable gamification is going to be a huge part of all this.
Right on. Yeah. Sorry, good.
Obviously, you guys are focused on a lot of time making sure everything is sustainable. I totally agree. The community, um, we've seen it in all sorts of crypto projects. Projects like Doge that I didn't think would last is still here. And so, um, where do you see this project in 10 years? Do you think it could be something totally different based on the community, or do you think, you know?
Let me put it to you this way. I not only see it, I'm going to make it happen. Because anything that just stays the same for 10 years, unless it's like McDonald's burgers, it's going to die. It's going to sit there, and you're just going to be the same thing each and every time. And in this NFT community, no, you got to give it a little spin. You got to give it a little flavor. You got to give it stuff. So that as technology progresses, the cities will progress as well. EverSmart Labs will progress as well. So that is one of the things. I am actually the CTO of EverSmart Labs. So my job is to make sure that we don't remain stagnant. We follow the trends, we invent some trends, and we make sure that what happens is not only in accordance with our founders, but also with the community and also with technology today. Because if we don't keep up with it, we're going to get trampled by it, and we're just spinning our wheels and just being like, okay, great, So yes, we will definitely be changing, because that is part of my role within this thing. I will not let this project grow stagnant. I will always think of new ways. And between my years of being just an avid comic book reader, comic book collector, and moving that, and David's calculating mind, and just basic awesomeness that he exudes and stuff like that. These we won't come up. When we stop innovating will be the day that they put me in the ground. I'll tell you that right now, because I don't ever want to stop to innovate. If you stop innovating, you just stop working, and you just stop being who you are.
Agreed. I think there's so much potential in the next 10 years for all this stuff to come together, like VR and all that stuff. It's pretty exciting.
VR, AR, QR, elemental PR, all that kind of stuff. There's gonna be tech out there where all of a sudden you're gonna have stuff beaming directly in your head as you see it. I swear to God, you're gonna be sitting there on a beach with Pamela Anderson or something like that, or whatever. And the next thing you know, you're going to see an ad for McDonald's, 2 exits down on the right. That's coming soon. Maybe not within our life, maybe not within my lifetime, but it's coming. I'm telling you that right now. But yeah, basically the other thing that we are going to be very, very cognizant of is the fact that we have to be inclusive of everybody, regardless of color, creed, race, gender, whatever. And that's part of the community building that we're going to be doing as well. So it's not going to be like, oh, we're just going to be focusing on one aspect, or we're going to be focusing on one race, or we're going to be focusing on this. We are going to embrace everything. Now, unfortunately, I really wish I could show you guys our project list. I really do, but unfortunately, less gag orders and stuff like that. But we are going to have stuff that is gonna just knock you on your feet, because not only is it going to have the technology behind it, we are putting a lot of thought into it. We are interviewing people that are firmly tied within the group of people that we're doing the NFT series for. We are making sure that not only do we honor the actual source material that is there, that's presented to us, but if it is representative of a culture or a sect or anything like that, that we honor that as well. Because if we don't do that, come on, Ted, back me up on this one. If we don't honor where it came from, we're dead. We are absolutely dead.
Exactly.
So we make a cognizant effort to make sure that we honor all of it.
So you mentioned before that the Series 1 is coming semi-soon. Can you explain a little bit how that's going to work, like when the drop is, and is there only going to be like one of one, or is there going to be like a certain number of NFTs minted, etc.?
There will be a limited number of NFTs minted. Can't tell you exactly what it is right now because we want to go ahead and tease it, and also we got to make sure we got to come back on your podcast at some point in time to give you the updated stuff. We can't give it all out, but yeah, there will be a finite number of NFTs printed in our Series 1. It will have, like I said, it'll have all the different attributes and stuff like that, and it's going to have a couple little secret things in there that Easter eggy type of things that keep you chomping at the bit.
Right, and this is going to go hand in hand. We're also opening up the funding portal for EverSmart City. So if any accredited investors that are looking to get in on this, go to eversmart.city and you can sign up for, I believe it's called a hot sheet, where you get early access, right? Learn all these new terms. The hot sheet. And so yeah, go ahead and check that out. And even if you're not an accredited investor, go check out our website. Let us know what you think. Also, we have EverSmartLabs.com. Go check that out. There's a little bit of information, and we'll end up updating that as we progress. Adding projects on there, letting you know what's coming up. And probably the best source of information is going to be Twitter for both. It's at EverSmart City and at EverSmart Labs. So go ahead and follow there and enjoy the journey. It's going to be.
And we also do have a
incredible
Discord server set up. We're just still kind of tweaking the security rules on it right now, but pretty soon you'll be able to get all the information. You'll be able to talk about all of our projects. You'll be able to talk about pretty much anything you want to do on it really soon. Probably within the next week or so, we'll have a link on EverSmartLabs.com.
Awesome. We are running out of time, so I think that's a good way to end it. Anything else you want to add?
I just want to say thank you to both you, Dylan, and Cody for having us on, and for everyone that's tuning in or listening later on. We appreciate your support, and any feedback you have for us, go ahead and reach out, and we look forward to having you involved with this incredible project.
Yeah, that's what I love about crypto. It's all teamwork pretty much. No matter who it is, everyone's working together for something.
Right. Yes.
So yeah, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and also I would like to reiterate Ted's remark. You know, Dylan and Cody, thank you very much. I've seen all of your videos that you put out. You're a very good and very decent source of information. We look forward to not only sitting there coming back on the show, but we'd like to go ahead, maybe do some kind of partnership where you can do a couple demo videos for us and stuff. You guys have a decent following. You guys are good people. You guys are smart, and we like smart and good people, man.
Yeah,
So do we.
Appreciate you guys' vibe. You've been awesome to us.
Yeah, appreciate that. We'll be in touch for sure.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye.